Previously on 2 Past Midnight.
Emmett, all of a sudden you hear a voice behind you. So you got a 2nd Armored Division Humvee there.
Captain Michaels. It's Corporal Clark.
Not in that world anymore.
What do you mean we're not in that world anymore?
So I come in and they say, who are these fucking guys?
You need to get that Humvee. I want you to use it as a distraction.
Sir, the distraction is that I'm gonna get fucking shot.
All I'm getting is fucking questions and fucking disrespect.
Sir, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Dismount that vehicle. That is a direct order. That is government property.
No, sir.
Corporal, you have exactly 5 seconds to dismount that Humvee. Rifles come up.
Sir, this does not have to turn out this way. Does not have to go this way.
1. So, I'm going to break a rule that we've had up to this point. And normally I haven't indicated at any point during, like the actual, what would be the actual shows, where there were breaks. But I'm going to talk about that there was a break here from what just happened in the last episode to now. That whole firefight and all that, and Captain and everything. Just to put everything in context so that, we remember where things are. That Chris is paralyzed. Murphy is paralyzed. Smitty had pulled Lieutenant Richardson into the trees.
Captain Michaels was the D-bag, right?
Well, Captain Michaels was the captain that you guys killed. That Emmett strangled to death. So, a little fun thing that I did over the last couple weeks in between sessions, guys, was I went through the UCMJ. In case anyone's interested.
Yes.
In case anyone's interested. Just for reference sake. Just because, for the most part, the lowest ranking person here is a corporal, if I remember correctly. There was... theoretically, we've got Article 89, disrespecting and assaulting an officer. At least 3 count. Like, each person's got at least 1 count. None of these would apply to Cole because he's civilian. So he would actually be under a civilian tribunal, which is totally different. And I'm not that kind of lawyer, so I don't know. Or a lawyer at all.
Not this kind of lawyer either.
No, I'm a sea lawyer, which is this kind of lawyer.
I require maritime law.
That's fair.
Article 90, willfully disobeying an officer. 92, failure to obey an order or regulation. 94, mutiny or sedition. 97, unlawful detention, which would be when you strangled and choked out.
We're just trying to subdue you.
Precisely. Emmett. Wrongful disposition of military property. Clark. That's yours. Provoking speech or gestures. Fuck you, sir. You know what the fuck you're talking about? Sounds about right. Murder.
There it is.
Assault.
There it is.
So 118, 128, assault, and 134, general article. Which is basically the catch-22, covers fucking everything. So just to put it in context. That's what just happened.
It's a lot.
Well,
What article does hippie hair fall under?
That fell under failure to obey order or regulation. That's why you got that one. So.
well, just like there are no rules of engagement here, there is also no UCMJ.
I'm just saying. All I wanted to do was point out that a few of you guys are career military. And I just wanted to make sure for character reasons that the players understand what the characters know, which is what I.
Oh, like moral code and all?
It's quite the shit sandwich. Yeah.
Nobody had anything like that specifically on their moral code, or I probably would have. One person did, but he already had to roll for that.
You made me roll
And
for it already.
he succeeded. But I don't think anyone else had that on their moral code, so anything that I could interpret in that way at least.
Yeah, last session was a shit show. Yeah.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them. Not everybody has a check on all of them, except for Clark, who actually does. Oh, no, Clark's missing unlawful detention.
Hey, there we go.
But he probably could fall under conspiracy to commit unlawful detention, which would be a whole other thing.
God damn.
I didn't even include that on because I think you have to have like planned it ahead of time.
He did not yell, "I would like to subdue you."
No.
Well, the only one that has unlawful detention is Emmett, and then wrongful disposition of military property was Clark specifically. And then provoking speech or gestures was specifically Murphy and Clark. Because Emmett didn't really do any provoking speech or gesture ahead of time. Clark did. Clark racked the 240 that didn't need it, and Murphy, that fuck you very much, sir, or something along those lines.
You're gonna commit treason, sedition, and all that. Go big or go home.
Yeah, I mean, you guys went big. That's most of them. I mean, the only way you really could have done worse is if you'd have fucked a puppy, and then that would have thrown in a couple extra articles at that point.
That happened earlier in the day.
Not even joking. If you'd have fucked a puppy, it'd have been a couple other articles in there.
Is it puppy specific? I missed that article.
Not puppy specific, but it's an animal. Bestiality's on there.
Okay.
Speaking of animals, it's bad enough that I got shot in the chest and paralyzed and took 3 damage. But I already had 2 damage from Olaf biting me when he was dying. So I have 5 damage and my capacity is 6.
And didn't get any sleep to rest and heal any up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it, because now you can't walk, so it's basically all you can do.
I can do more.
Yeah, so as I'd said, Smitty crawled off into the foliage with Lieutenant Richardson. Smoke clears, you guys look around, and you see the bodies. Chris, you're right beside the body of one of the guys because you picked up his weapon, if I remember correctly. And, what you guys want to do?
At the end of the last session, I was yelling out for Smitty. Smitty, are you all right? Smitty. Lieutenant Richardson, you guys all right?
I run over to Murph.
There's no response.
Hey, Cole. I'm leaking.
Yeah, that was about as bad as it could have been. I didn't necessarily see that coming.
Hey, man, I can't feel my legs.
Any word on that medic?
Smitty, you out there? Lieutenant Richardson.
Who's left?
LT? It's, Clark, Emmett. Emmett, you good? Emmett.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right. And there's Cole, and it looks like Murphy took a couple rounds. The captain, Emmett, how's the captain doing? The other 2 guys, they're down. Shit. Fuck. Smitty, Lieutenant Richardson, I think it's over. I think you guys can. I think you guys can come out.
Absolutely no threat to you guys, man. We don't need any more of this.
This got out of hand real quick. Fuck.
I'm gonna go check on the captain. And by check on the captain, I mean I'm gonna start taking everything off of him that says captain. Emmett's getting a field promotion.
Okay.
Man, if I'm gonna buy it, I can't believe I'm gonna buy it by getting hit by my own side.
I gotta tell you, I'm really loving this side of Emmett stealing the captain's bars. That's fun. I dig it.
All right, so you're going to go loot the captain's body? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, just anything that says... I'm basically just stealing his rank off of his corpse.
I stole his flak jacket last time, but we'll restart that whole set.
Yeah, you can take a flak jacket off of whomever you were taking a flak jacket off of. So now you have a flak jacket. Yay. He also has a M9 pistol with 1 reload. So if anyone wants that.
I wouldn't mind that pistol, but
That's just a 9mm. So you see Doc come walking out of the foliage. He's got his hands up as he walks out.
I sling my weapon completely down off me, so it's not pointed, non-threatening in any way, shape, or form. Hey, man, fight's over, but...
He goes over to the guy over here, starts checking him real quick, and kind of starts working his way across. How many are hurt?
2 dead, 1 injured, and then the dude that went with you.
Well, 3 dead. Because there was the other 2 dudes that was with him. This guy,
Oh, okay.
And the captain. So 3.
Cole, can you get the doc over here, man?
How's the LT doing?
Real quick, Jeremy, roll recon. For a reason.
1 success.
You notice that... You don't go to die alone real quick for me.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Hey, howdy.
Hey, this is going to be real quick. His pistol isn't in his holster. Okay, we can go back now.
Wait, whose pistol wasn't in his holster?
Doc's.
Doc's missing his pistol?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Yeah, so Lieutenant Richardson's still back there in the trees, and so he gets up and is like, "This guy's dead," and moves on to go check out the captain.
Captain's gone too. We checked on that already. The only one with the shot here is our buddy Murph here, who took a gnarly bullet and says he's not feeling his legs. The other ones are unfortunately lost causes. I know this is the craziest thing to ask you after we just got in a firefight with everybody, but we could really use your help on this one.
Yeah, so, well, first he still checks the captain, makes sure the captain's okay, and he moves over here and sees that this guy's unconscious, but you're conscious, so he starts examining you. Go ahead. Hey, Doc.
Leaking. Took a couple rounds to the chest. Can't feel my legs.
Let me check this out. He starts like peeling off your flak jacket so he can actually get a look at it. Because it went in, it doesn't even come back out, the flak jacket, and starts like inspecting checking for the exit wound and all that. Takes your boots off and kind of doing his exam. Then he's like, this is gonna take some time. This is and he starts like patching up the actual like wound, so that you can like stop the bleeding basically.
Can you get me mobile? Guys, we need to get the fuck out of here. Our little shit show probably gonna bring some attention.
Yeah, on that note, which way's the city? Parshew's to the
South, I believe.
west of us, right?
Southeast, about 3 clicks.
Oh, it's the southeast, about 3 clicks? Okay. Clark has the 240 swung in that direction, and he's kind of keeping watch, and he goes, "Hey, Cole, come here real quick. Hey, first off, thanks for taking that dude out. That saved my ass. Second, Smitty doesn't have a sidearm. He's unarmed."
Okay. And we don't know where the other guy is, do we?
Which other guy?
He took a guy back with him, didn't he?
LT's back in the brush. Lieutenant Richardson, are you still back there?
Yeah, I'm still back here.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm not any better than I was before.
Well, that's fair.
Chris, you're not going to get a secondary infection. So, yay.
Sweet. Can you fix my legs while you're at it?
Here's the thing, and now we're going to get into some mechanics. So, there's a time limit on the cracked spine, which is
46.
the lethality amount of time, right? So, if he wasn't here to treat you after 1 shift, you'd have to roll a stamina roll to not die, basically, is the way that works. But since he's here, he can treat you and, like, reduce that. The problem is it's going to take him a shift to treat you.
Not dying is a bonus.
Right. But if they move you while you're suffering from a crit, because it's going to take them a shift to do this, right? But if they move you while you're in this state, you will have to make a stamina roll and not die.
Awesome.
Yeah. Moving the wounded. If you move when suffering from lethal critical injury, you must make an immediate death save. If someone else moves you, they must make a medical aid roll, which is not instead of your death save. Failure means that you make an immediate death save. So he could move you, but he gets to roll a medical roll doing it.
I'm good with it.
Okay, so that is up to you. He would recommend not moving you. I'm just letting you know. That is Doc's recommendation, is not moving you and stabilizing you. That's his medical recommendation.
Guys, it's up to you, but I don't want everyone to get fucking ambushed trying to take care of my ass. You can leave me here, take me with you. If you leave me here, just leave me with my fucking weapon and point me in the right direction.
We're not going to leave you here by yourself. That's fucking ridiculous.
I'm just afraid staying here while he tries to work on me.
I've got the binoculars. I kind of start scanning southeast towards the city to see if I can see any indication of anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's occasionally trees and stuff. So you guys had gone far enough off the road to not be visible, basically. So, but yeah, you can keep an eye out to that direction to see as far as you can.
All right, gentlemen, we got a couple things here. I'd like to stick around and see if we can patch up Murph here a little bit, just to make it so we're not dragging him while he's leaking everywhere. But the longer we stay here, the more likely it is somebody else will stumble upon this big screwed up incident that we got here. Because we weren't quiet in any way, shape, or form. And I don't really feel like fighting again.
Yeah, I think you're right. What if we use the Humvee as a negative diversion?
Just drive it off to the east and make them think we'd fled?
Put a big show to it and drive away openly, but not in a hurry, like, nothing's wrong. Put on a show, as it were, and leave Doc and Murph here to... Leave Doc here with Murph to take care of him. We can come back later and pick him up, but... shit.
I mean, also, Doc would point out he is pretty good at first aid, so he probably could stabilize him enough to get him out of here. But he's just warning you that it could go bad.
We should move, guys.
Like 100%. Like he's saying, basically, if you had to put a percentage on it, hypothetically, if he were going to give you odds.
Never tell me the odds.
The odds of him moving him turning out poorly is like 4%. That it'll go bad.
Oh.
That's...
Even if it goes south, I have a stamina roll.
Yeah, but he's fairly certain that he can figure something out.
All right, guys, change of plan. Let's get Murph loaded into the back of this Humvee, and let's all get off this location to get at least a little bit of heat off of us. I think we need to stay in the vicinity of this, the city a little bit, just because I think it's still our next move, but we got to regroup.
I definitely want us to move me.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
All right, Smitty, it's all up to you.
All right, I'm going to roll his medical aid. Oh, I was wrong on those numbers. It's a little bit lower than it's a little bit worse than that. A little bit, not a lot. All right, roll number 1, because he can push this roll if he wants to.
Hey.
Success.
One
right.
success.
So he's able to get you loaded in the Humvee. He's still gonna have to take a shift treating you to actually like get you to the point of completely stabilizing the crit. So it's gonna that's just what he's gonna have to do. So he's able to get you in the Humvee without killing you.
Can we move and him do that in the same shift, or we gotta be on solid ground?
You mean while driving around, can he treat the dude?
Yes. Or does it take an entire shift to drive to a location to relax?
Well, I mean, are you going to be... Do you want to drive for 5 hours? Because I don't think you have enough
Correct,
gas.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I want to be able to drive to a location we deem as probably safe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yet not lose an entire shift driving.
Right, yeah. No, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I would say that in this shift, you could drive to a place find a place that you think is relatively secure, and then he could treat him from a different location. I think that's reasonable. Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah. Did we check?
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah.
want to check the
Absolutely.
other two bodies real quick? I think we deemed that the flaks were dead on both of them. The flaks were bad on both of them.
Yeah.
Don't leave those fuckers anything useful.
If any of the helmets are good, you may want to swap it out there, Spook.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of this nice little Russian helmet I had here, but
I mean, they're also wearing fatigues.
that's
so
what I was
you
just
could
about to
steal
say.
the-
Perhaps
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
could be less identifiable as this spook, that might help as well.
I mean, they both had. All right, so just to tell you guys, they both had M16A1s with one reload total between them. It would have been about one reload after that firefight.
Did you tally my bullet loss? At one point, Brian had that too.
No.
I don't have that paper in front of me. But
It should be in the chat
Okay,
if you
I'll
scroll
check.
back at some point, but I'm sure you're not out.
no,
but
yeah.
but if you total together what they had left, it's one full magazine of these guys for M16A1s. They both had fatigues and Kevlar helmets and flak jackets.
I switch out a Kevlar helmet.
Who all is using 5.56 magazines?
Not I.
I use
Okay, I get one
I
reload.
use 5.56.
I mean, you guys could take the M16s also. So, yeah, because it's 30 rounds, basically, is what I'm saying. There's 30 rounds between the two of them.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna snag the rifles for sure.
And Captain had a full magazine because he never shot it off.
I take the Russian helmet and I put it on the commander.
You mean the captain?
Yes, sorry.
Okay. Wow, he's gotten demoted and promoted all at the same time, and then turned into a Russian.
Right?
Take the fatigues too. You don't want them to.
I'm going to take the ones that are the least bloody and holy, if I can, and try to make myself a bit of a uniform.
Okay.
Good to be back on the right side, gentlemen.
But we also don't want them to be able to take the fatigues and then try to blend in at some point.
You guys mind if I carry this pistol? That M9 that was originally on the captain.
Be my guest.
I don't mind.
You're probably going to need it for your boy here in
Smitty's
just a
missing
second.
pistol though.
Wow. Timing is everything.
Well, Emmett, I guess your karma theory's coming into play.
Well, Murph, I don't believe in karma. Divine intervention.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
All right, this is what I'm going to need. I'm going to need, since you guys all load up in the Humvee, you get, Richardson comes out, gets in the Humvee with you guys. Also, since we haven't really talked about that. He gets in the Humvee. He's now sitting in one of the seats so that Murphy can be on that hump in the middle, in the back, between the back two seats. As Doc made a makeshift stretcher for him. I'll count you as cargo. That's fine. I'll just count you as cargo.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Because there's enough room in the backpack that, you're not a fully loaded vehicle at this point, Jeremy, right?
Yeah.
I'd say at this point, with the amount of shit you guys got, there's enough room to treat you as cargo in the back. So I'm cool with that. I'm okay. I'll let that happen. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware that technically the capacity on this vehicle is 1 driver plus 4 crew. So before you
Right.
start,
Right.
RVing around with fucking half the population of Poland. So
Come on, y'all! It's Magic School Bus. Y'all come on
it's like
in.
a fucking clown car when it pulls up.
Well, mine's not far off.
All right, so you guys all get in the Humvee. As all pile. Well, yeah. So Lieutenant Richardson comes walking out, and he actually has the 9mm. Jeremy, you see that?
Oh, the
Got
one
it.
from the medic.
Okay.
Tucked in his pants, basically, because he didn't have a holster. So he just comes walking out, and starts getting the Humvee with you guys too.
So that happened.
You okay, LT?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Corporal. So where's everybody sitting? What's the seating arrangement?
I think I'm in the front running map navigator.
Mm-hmm.
Clark's driving.
Doc's in the back. I assume Richardson's in the back. Emmett's in the turret.
Yeah.
And Murphy's the cargo. Okay. Alright, that sounds reasonable. Survival check.
I'll run it.
And which direction are you guys trying to go? Because I am going to make you guys move out of the hex, which, by the way, is going to affect your fuel.
So the city's southeast. We came from east, right?
Yes, you came from pretty much the north. When you came in, you came from north straight down. So you guys are in the Parju hex still, but this is to the straight north was where you came from in the last drive in. So you can pick a direction, north, south, or well, northeast or northwest or straight north or whatever you want to do. You tell me.
We heading towards the woods, the river, or just covering the outskirts of Parju?
I don't know. We just got to get out of this position. You tell me where you
We're gonna go east a little bit and try to tuck into some wooded cover area.
Oh, that'd be the west. I mean, one hex. What's the consumption rate again, Jeremy? Again, I know we just covered this last session. I just don't remember.
Stand by. I do not remember.
The off-road one specifically. That's what you're
It's
doing.
10 and 8.
8 is the off-road speed.
Okay.
But the consumption rate is per hex, but it's doubled in
3.
off-road.
CONS? Cons? Okay, it's 3.
Okay.
So doubled in
So
off-road.
6.
6.
Max is 95.
95.
What did I figure out? It was... God damn it. Now I gotta do...
So that puts me at a 18 current.
What?
18 current.
Cons?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 18 over
So,
95.
and
Whatever,
right about an eighth of a tank of gas.
whatever that is.
A little bit over.
Yeah.
Here we go. Doot. I'm moving the needle on the other page. Down to just above E. All right.
Stands for enough.
I don't think that's what it stands for. All right, so you guys are able to drive off into that location, the northwest of Parju.
Smitty, Richardson. So about your guys there. So about your captain. I don't know if any of you liked him. Not trying to justify what we did, but I don't know how that situation could have gone different, but I wish it had.
I mean, you're in the front too, right?
Yeah, so I'm just kind of turning around chit-chatting.
Yeah. He's kind of staring out the window, and you turn around and talk to him. You say that, and he's like, I know. That's not, this is ideal.
Really help a lot if you told me he was kicking puppies on the way and had done this several times and really had it coming.
Well, I mean, he was kind of a prick.
Good enough for me. And I turned back around to the front.
I was wondering if somebody's gonna break the ice and talk about what the fuck happened back there.
Same thing that's happened for a few years now. The end of the world, unfortunately. But I never want to see us killing people on our side again. There's not enough of, if we're going to get out of this at any point in time, we can't take it out on each other, man. But same time, we go along with that, we're dead meat. And at the end of the day, I'm not dying because somebody can't get their ego in check.
Can't believe I got shot by my own people.
So other than Chris, who has the best recon between the other ones of you guys? Because Chris can't make this recon roll.
Double D.
Because
That's not my jam.
I
got a B.
Yeah, I've got just a D.
That would be me then. 2 Ds.
all right. I know Doc can't do it because he's busy doing shit.
Double D's
So
in my
Richardson's
favorite.
got real quick.
Come on, Rich.
He might be the one rolling for you guys if his is better. Oh shit. Yeah, he actually is the one rolling for you guys.
Yes.
All right, he's got a C and a B.
No, that's dope. That's
So,
awesome.
well, yeah. Or there's a negative when you're in a vehicle. You're gonna be all right. I'm gonna roll his real quick. Okay.
You secret rolling us again.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm gonna do that. That's the way I'm gonna. I'm not gonna show you the roll.
I was wondering why the little dice cam wasn't available for this one.
Yeah, I'm secret rolling it. I don't even have it hooked up. I mean, it's plugged in. It's just not. So you guys drive along. You kind of find a spot that you think is out of the way enough that, you know, you're... I mean, at this point, you're going to be about 10 kilometers away from Parjou, so, or a little bit further. And you think you find a pretty safe spot to kind of hide and, you know, keep your heads down. And Doc starts treating Murphy's critical injury.
What time of day are we at?
And we're going to be heading into the... this will be the day at this point.
Oh, midday.
So this will be the day shift. So what's everybody else doing? Doc is pretty much going to... That's what he's going to be doing this shift, is treating Murphy. Murphy, you're going to be getting treated. So you can rest if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to lay here and try to not die.
I would like to forage for food.
Okay. What's anybody else doing?
Clark's gonna keep watch.
All right. Watch. That's you. You're gonna forage for food. Murphy's gonna try not to die, so we'll just call that cooking. And what are you? No, I'm just kidding. What are you doing, Emmett?
Rest.
Resting. I know. I'm joking. What are you gonna do, Emmett?
And praying.
If Clark keeps watch, I'll probably try and sleep this shift.
Okay, that's cool. All right. So Doc's pretty much trying to treat Chris like in the Humvee, so because it's easier to have him there than moving him around to try to treat him. Where are you keeping watch from, Jeremy? The turret,
Yeah, the turret.
and then you're foraging. And Lieutenant Richardson is resting. All right. Let's deal with the foraging first. Go ahead and roll your survival, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what it is for foraging?
I got nothing going on, so I'm gonna push.
What'd you get?
One success.
Okay. Wait, were you foraging for food or water?
Food.
Food. Okay. Food would be survival roll, number of wild rations equal to the number of successes you rolled. So you find one wild ration's worth of cabbage. We'll say you find a bunch of cabbage. I'm pretty sure they grow cabbage in Poland. Seems like something. If I had to guess.
A wild cabbage appears.
Yeah, it's just you find this wild patch of cabbage.
I can't cook it till next shift, correct?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cook it until the next shift. I'm gonna roll Doc's medical. Stabilize. Murphy's crit. Here we go. I'm gonna roll it in the chat though. Oh, shit. I'm gonna push it.
Ouch.
Yeah, 2 fails. I'm gonna push it. I think that's what Doc would do.
Hey.
Oh,
One
shit.
stress, but one success. One stress, but one success.
All right. Well, Doc, let me do another thing real quick.
Don't tell me Doc goes catatonic.
No. Yeah, okay. Shit. All right. Definitely takes a point of stress, though. So, that's fun. Yay. All right. So that's what happens. So Doc's able to stabilize the crit. So that means you are no longer going to die from this, Chris.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, he points out. He's like, all right, I think he's like, still have to keep changing dressings, but I think you're good. You're going to live.
What about my legs, man?
I've actually seen this before. And he starts kind of pointing out to you that, he's fairly certain that it's not permanent because it didn't, you know what I mean? He's like, I'm not 100% sure that it's, that it's not permanent, but it might not be, you know what I mean? Like it could, I think it's just fractured.
Okay, so no spinal column, you don't think, or spinal cord?
I mean, I don't have the equipment to really know. I don't know.
If we get into shit, do you think that these guys can, just lay me down somewhere and I can put out an effective fire?
I mean, do you think they can do that like stealthily, or just like lay you down and drop you somewhere? I don't know. I mean, look, that's not my specialty, man. Like all I'm saying is whether you're gonna be able to walk again or not, I don't know.
Have we secretly rolled for time length on this, or is that a public thing?
Oh, yes, we have. Yes, we have secretly.
So it's 4d6 shifts, correct?
Nope. Heal time is days.
Oh, I thought it was shifts. Ay.
Nope.
Ay.
Days.
That is a very long time.
Yep. Let me write that date down.
I'd be fucked.
He does kind of point out, you even notice that you do have some feeling there. You're just not able to move your legs effectively, right? So he's pretty sure it'll probably heal. He's just not 100% sure because he's like, I don't have a fucking CAT scan. I don't have x-rays. I can't really, I don't have the technology out here to really, know. But I'm fairly certain that you might walk again. Whether it'll be 100%, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But
I got you, Doc. I appreciate your help. As long as my trigger finger works, hopefully I can help. Thanks for trying to patch me up, man. It's saving my life.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, kind of what I'm supposed to do. So all this bullshit.
Sorry about making you have to work, Doc.
It is the thing I hate the most. As you're sitting there, and Doc's been working on Murphy. Cole was out foraging. Emmett's taking a nap. Lieutenant Richardson kind of stands up out of the Humvee, kind of like steps over. Goes, hey, Corporal Clark, can I bum a cigarette from you?
Can I roll a luck roll?
On whether you have cigarettes or not?
Well, to see how many I have, because I kind of I've referenced that he's smoking a cigarette, and I have no idea how many he has.
Roll a d20.
That seems like the appropriate die for that. That's right. Not 2 d20s? I don't have it.
No, just one d20. 1d20.
All right. 8.
It's now official. You have 8 cigarettes left.
I'll write that down. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
7.
Yeah, I know. I'm writing it down. I'm getting there. And they're good old-fashioned American camels, by God.
Well, camel what?
Wides,
No, camels.
Baby. Camel wides.
I'm sorry. It's no, they're not camel wides. They're just
Camels?
Camels.
Okay. All right.
Well, no, but they're not lights or Turkish golds or any of that other shit. Just like straight up.
Not the
Camels.
camels with the K? Not those ones?
No. Get that commie shit out of here.
Camel red.
No. No, he's just regular camels. So he gives him a smoke.
I assume he gets a light from you, and he's kind of standing there with his one good arm, smoking a cigarette, kind of looking out, and he's like, "You know, Clark, I think you got some of those details wrong.
How's that, sir?
Details about the intelligence reports. You got some of that shit wrong. Just letting you know. Because all that shit that went down, they knew where we were going to be. That wasn't a failure of tactics for Operation Reset. That was a failure of intelligence. They knew. So they knew where we were going to be.
They were just waiting on us to come in?
They knew every step.
God.
Somehow they knew. Had the whole thing. That's why they hit us so early. I mean, you noticed that was the intended, before our actually intended stopping point for resting, kind of, because it was right before a rally point was when you guys all got hit. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They were trying to hit us at our most fatigued point. They knew. I just wanted to make sure you understood that not having the intel that you talk about, partially right. The intel we had was shit. But it's more so that they had better intel than we did. Because they knew what we were going to do. Flicks the cigarette. Just wanted to make sure you understood that. He might have been a prick.
Sir,
Captain Michaels might have been a prick. But he was a captain.
I know, sir. I know that, that's not... None of how that turned out is... But I just...
I know, man. I know, Corporal. You know,
Sir,
I'm gonna take a leak.
I think... Yes, sir.
He kind of walks off and then takes a leak at the tree. At that time, Cole comes back.
Cabbage. Polish cabbage. Who knew? Thought we stumbled into Germany for a second. But I'll tell you what. Oh, Emma, we gonna cook this up good, aren't we, buddy?
Fuck, I hate boiled dinner.
Irish breakfast, buddy. Irish breakfast.
All right, so we're getting into the end of the shift. What do you guys want to do for the next shift? It's going to be evening. Oh, shit. You know what? Somebody roll a d6 for me. I'm sorry.
Who thinks they're good at weather?
Not it.
Crap, I'll do it.
Well, not terrible.
All right, cool. It is cloudy. Cloudy still, so.
I've got to figure out what the rolls are. I don't even know what I'm rooting for when I roll that.
Yeah, he rolled a 5. The way that the weather roll works is if you roll a 6, it gets better. If you roll a 1, it gets worse.
And everything else.
So it'll go from sunny to cloudy to raining, and then once it's at raining, it'll only stay that way for one shift, and it'll go to cloudy the next shift.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool.
Or snowing, depending on what season it is.
Anything but one was okay.
Yeah. Unless we need water.
Well,
I mean, is that rain going to be good for drinking?
it could be irradiated.
Yeah.
You know.
Everything else is, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, exactly, right?
So we're going into the evening shift. What else do you guys want to do? Which, by the way, I need another roll for, because that was for the day shift. I didn't have you guys roll then, so I need another d6 for the evening.
Murph's going to start with not dying. That's what he wants to do.
Okay, so resting.
6. Nice.
There we go. It is now clear skies. So, as the sun is starting to set, it's one of those really pretty, red sunsets, because you can see it going off the clouds and everything, but the sky's starting to clear up.
Gentlemen, it's been a heck of a day. Question is, do we try to head back towards Parjou for nightfall? Or do we camp here for the night and collect ourselves and Hope tomorrow's not what today was.
Ref, just because I'm on a different map, I don't remember when Clark rested last time. Did he sleep in the morning shift or?
Yes, he slept in the morning shift.
Okay.
Because he woke up for the day. So
Gotcha.
he was waking up when the captain showed up.
Right. I just didn't remember which shift was where we were. Okay.
I'll actually move you guys over to that one, so because that's where we're at right now. There you go.
Before anything, Clark is going to empty the jerry cans into the vehicle.
Okay.
So I'll drop that down to 0 liters of fuel in jerry cans.
All right, so we're staying here for the night.
I don't know. What do you guys do?
Or do we want to head back?
Head back to where, man?
We've still got things to do in Parjou.
We've got 2 guys that are completely banged up. What are we going to do in Parjou?
Find a place to stow Smitty, or to find a place to stow Murph, maybe, and get him healed up. Or we could just keep bouncing him around in the back of this Humvee.
Well, when he came back, he said that place was pretty well infested. I don't think everybody there is going to hold still to let you shoot him.
I counted 5 to 7 that I could see with an assumption that there's more in the city. And there was a sniper on the roof on one of the buildings. I don't think that we should be any rush to go to the city. I'm not worried about me healing. I think I'm fucked for a while, so if you guys do want to try to go into the city, maybe you somehow try to drag my happy ass onto an elevated area where I can set up a platform and give you Overwatch. I don't know how the fuck we're going to do that, but I may not be mobile, but I can still shoot.
All right, I guess we camp for the night and we start running again tomorrow.
Wise. What are your guys' shift actions?
I'll try and cook up that cabbage.
Turn a 1 into a 2. I like it.
Or watch is a recon roll, right? Ref?
That is correct. It is a recon roll.
Okay. Clark will stay on watch then.
You're staying on watch. And what are you doing, Cole?
I am...
I mean, technically, you guys have not made a camp.
I'll make camp.
Okay. Which would include, fire making and shit.
Question for you, Adam.
Yo.
The last turn while he was stabilizing me and then I was resting, do I gain anything health from resting or no?
Yeah, 1 hit point and you can reduce 1 stress if you have. So 1 hit point, 1 stress.
I don't know if I was officially stressed, but I'm pretty sure my character was, or I'm pretty sure Murph was stressed from not being able to fucking walk.
Not mechanically stressed, just stressed about mechanics.
Yeah, exactly.
Clark is keeping watch. Murphy is sleeping. Cole is cooking. LT is gonna sleep. Rest, actually. LT is gonna be resting. And Doc is resting because he's done a shit ton of work for a shift now and he needs a fucking break. That's what he's gonna do. What are you doing, Cole?
Making camp. 1 success, 1 failure.
Oh, that's right. You're making camp. That's right. Yeah, the failure is only going to matter if it was a pushed roll on that. Okay, cool. Emmett, you need a survival roll for your cooking.
1 success.
All right. So you're able to get 2 rations out of that cabbage. Speaking of which, no one has eaten or drank water today. I just want to point that out. So everyone needs to use up at least 1 ration. And you got 2 other people with you.
They have anything on them?
Doc had a food ration and a water ration. LT didn't have shit.
I throw one of each to LT.
Okay.
And I throw a ration to Chris, who didn't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Cole.
I'm assuming it's some of the cabbage soup is what you give them. Cabbage and dog soup.
Not cool.
Oh, man.
Same day I gotta shoot the dog. I get shot.
So we actually got two. We've got two rations that are above ours. So, Brian, you can give yourself one backup, and Chris, you can give yourself one backup. Is that right?
Yeah, those are gonna be a different kind of ration, though. So
Yeah. Well, we would be eating the cabbage, and then I would, instead of handing out these rations, those two would be the ones that we use the evening.
Okay, all right. So I'll give you just two normal rations back.
Just
I took off a water ration, that was it.
yeah, one water ration, Chris. Everyone needed to use up one water and one food.
all right. So everybody ate. Plus, I gave them divvied up. Kind of, I had the excess, so we're good.
Yep, you're able to make camp. Okay, Jeremy, roll recon.
I'ma push it. Can I push it? That's not a pushable roll, is it?
You can push it. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's not a pushable roll.
Recon isn't pushable. E.
No, because it's a passive roll.
Ah, gotcha.
Unless you're sneaking, like actively sneaking, and then it's different. The situations get kind of blurry at that point. So you're keeping watch. What are you guys doing while you're sitting in your camp? Those that are still awake.
I was gonna say I think I'm sleeping, but it would make sense to talk about what the fuck happened.
Oh, you guys can totally talk about what happened.
Clark's part of keeping watch. He's scrolling through the radio channels to kind of see if he can pick up any signals from anyone else. He's kind of occupying his time by keeping watch and going through the radio.
Yeah,
He's
no,
not
that makes sense.
particularly chatty at the moment.
Okay. Cole?
Making camp, so I'm just kind of relaxing and chit-chatting.
Okay. Anything in particular? I'm assuming it's probably Emmett that you're talking with.
So, Doc, out to you. Where are you guys from?
Doc says, I'm from Indiana. And you actually noticed that LT's sleeping.
No, okay.
Decided he was sleeping. Sorry. But Doc was resting. He's just like, I'm from Indiana. Small town, middle of nowhere. Pawnee.
Nice.
Right.
Midwest, I like it. Spent a little time in Indiana. Way back in the day. I can't even remember where it was there, though.
Yeah. It was pretty close on the eastern side of the state. East of Indianapolis.
Ah,
Between Dayton and Indianapolis.
right around the Richmond area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spent a couple summers there once. Not a bad place.
Yeah.
Not a lot to do there, though.
Yeah. I don't know. The way that things have gone. I remember one time my family, well, more than once, we used to go to Right Pat a lot when I was a kid. Had that Air Force Museum there.
Yeah. Go walk around all day for 15 hours and still not see everything there.
Yeah. I know. When I heard you guys were POWs, I remembered I saw the this POW exhibit there too, where they had like zip guns that people had made in like Vietnam. When they were POWs, they had all these weird artifacts from that kind of thing.
Yep. Spent a little time POWs ourselves here.
Yeah.
Not a good time.
No. It's weird to think that. I mean, that base is probably gone. When they exchanged nukes, even if they were weren't full on obliterating each other, I mean, that had to have been one of the targets.
Maybe, but we don't know. We're stuck over here, and it's a nightmare over here. Helps me sleep a little bit at night to think that maybe back home isn't as bad as we think it is. I don't think we really gain anything by thinking everything back home is just as bad, so I'm going to keep a little bit of hope and hope that most of the people back home have found a way. Good old American get through, a little bit of grit pulled through, and they're just waiting for us to finish the job back here and head back to home and start putting things back together. I don't know if that gives you any comfort at night, but it's the only thing keeps me from putting a gun in my mouth some nights.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess. I don't know.
God, I hope they made it out.
Hey, so what you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You hear this old man all of a sudden, Jeremy, like, beside you.
Shit. He
That's
swings the
Polish accent.
T40.
What you got soup? You got soup? I'd love some soup. Can I get some soup? Can I get some soup?
Fuck, man. Where the fuck did you come from?
Yes. Here. Yes. Came from here. Yes. My house is right over there, and I saw you here cooking in my yard, and I thought I would come and say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Old timer, word of advice.
Yes.
I don't know that I would necessarily sneak up on people like that
I don't know
again.
if I snuck.
Scared the living crap out of me.
I don't know if I was
I
sneaking.
think if I hadn't had such a rough day and I was a little bit more on my skills, I might have inadvertently shot you. So
Yeah. I apologize. I was not trying to sneak. I was simply walking over here to say hello. I saw you were
who's on watch?
Americans, and I thought I would bring my trusty steed with me and come over and say hello. He does not have a horse.
He does not have a horse.
No,
Trusty
he does not have a
steed,
horse.
you say?
Yes, my trusty steed, Silver.
Somebody's been watching a little too much Lone Ranger.
I love Lone Ranger. Yes.
Hey, why don't you come over here? I got some soup for you.
Oh, soup. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. He walks over and gets some soup from Emmett. I appreciate this very much. I'm very hungry. Yes.
Doc's awake, right?
Doc, is Doc awake?
Sorry, that was me. Sorry, my bad.
Yes, Doc is awake. Yes.
I slide over next to Doc and I whisper, do we have another cough that we have to worry about on this guy?
What do you mean?
We ran into some people with typhoid fever, so I'm just assuming everybody here is on their way out.
Steed. Have you guys heard the calling? Have you heard it?
Talking about the religious radio program?
Yeah, the voice of God. Yes, the calling. Yes. Have you heard it?
Hey, Emmett, that sound like God to you?
Ain't no God I ever heard of.
It wasn't God. It was his voice. His voice. His angel. That is his voice. It's his voice. Not him himself. That would be insanity. No.
See many other people around here, old timer?
Oh, many. Yes, sometimes many, sometimes none. Sometimes.
Let's say we're talking about the last couple days. Many?
Last couple days. Sometimes many. Yes, sometimes none. Yes.
Okay.
Recently, few. I've seen 6. They are here.
Here?
Recently, yes. The red. I've seen the red around. Red. Not so many blue. Lots of red.
You might be the first blue I've seen in some time. First blue. Not as much recently. We're more red. Yes, Parjou. Lots of red in Parjou.
Yeah, Parjou seemed a little more red than we were expecting.
Yes. And then the calling from Lublin. Yes. Calling. So, where are you headed?
He's kind of like looking at you. One of his eyes is like not looking at you, but the other one is.
We're tracking some friends of ours, trying to meet up with a few more like-minded folk.
Friends of yours.
Just see any like this, and I point towards the patch that we have for the,
I have seen that coat of arms before on another steed.
Steed. Oh, gosh,
Yes,
Steed.
I've
What is
seen
it
those
called?
on steeds before. Yes.
How long ago was that?
There was a burning steed I saw one upon. Burning steed. Smelled awful of death. I've seen some drive by. But yes, I have seen that coat of arms before. Recently, within the last week, at least.
Within a week, you say. What direction were they heading?
Depends. The one on fire was not headed anywhere.
Okay. Well, I was assuming that, but I appreciate the clarity, old man.
Perhaps it was going somewhere. Perhaps. I don't know. I did not stop to ask its intended destination.
Let's say some were not burning. General direction on those?
South. They were headed south. I believe it was south.
Around Parjou or towards Parjou?
Before. Perhaps towards. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell people's intended destination sometimes. They don't act as if they intend to go anywhere, but still are moving as if they're going. Where are you going? Do you have a destination?
Same place they are. And hopefully not the same place the one on fire was.
Fire. And he kind of drifts off for a second there. Like his face kind of changes. He shakes his head. Yeah, fire. Yeah. So, I will. Thank you for the dinner. I do not mean to impose. I will head back to my house now. If you need anything, I have tea, and plenty of beds at my house if you would like to come and stay there a few days and rest. You would be more than welcome.
It's mighty kind of you, old timer. You do much trading?
Yes, sometimes. Sometimes I trade.
Anything you...
He's in like tattered clothes and he doesn't seem to have anything on him.
Gotcha.
He seems pretty skinny.
I would trade. I've traded in the past. And sometimes people just take, regardless.
I got no interest in robbing you, my friend. And if we run across any more cabbage, I'll give you a ring.
I would greatly appreciate it. As I said, my house is just over there.
And he like points off to the west a little ways and
It's like just on the other side of that field.
you look over and you don't see a house over there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
He turns and starts to walk off.
He turns back and looks at you and says, "Oh, one more thing. If you see that old woman, don't trust her. She's lying."
Old woman?
And he
Don't
turns
trust her.
and walks off.
Well, guys, I'm not sure that we learned a single thing with that interaction.
We learned not to trust the old woman.
Don't trust her.
This seems to me like the old parable of the two guards. One of them says, one of us is always lying and one of us is always telling the truth. I don't remember the key to that one.
Well, I'd say it's the guy who says he has a horse and doesn't.
You might be right. You might be right. But if a house comes walking up on chicken feet, we need to move.
Now that's a horse of a different color.
Yeah.